You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Former West Hazelton Police Chief Brian Buglio pled guilty to a civil rights violation. Buglio allegedly threatened West Hazelton resident Paul DiLorenzo with criminal charges in retaliation for a derogatory social media post he made about Buglio and the West Hazelton Police Department. The United States Attorney's Office of the Middle District of Pennsylvania announced back in May that Buglio was facing charges. Buglio signed a plea agreement last month, which recommends he receive a sentence of 0 to 6 months in prison because he cooperated in the investigation. A Wilkes-Barre man had to be treated for injuries following a Monday night shooting. Police responded to Blackman Street just before 9 p.m. for a report of a shooting. A witness claims there was an argument near a used tire business before gunshots rang out. The victim left the scene and later showed up at Geisinger South for treatment of a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. If anyone has information about this incident, they're being asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre Police Department. A house sustained heavy damage during an early morning fire in Tamaqua. Firefighters were called to 645 East Broad Street shortly after 7 a.m. The back of the house was already heavily engulfed in flames when crews arrived at the scene. The fire was brought under control within an hour, and fortunately, no injuries were reported. The cause of that fire is currently under investigation. A Schuylkill County man faces numerous charges after he led police on a chase in Mahanoy City. Officers observed a black Kawasaki ATV driving at a high rate of speed on Main Street in the borough. Police attempted to stop the vehicle, but the driver, identified as 32-year-old Rodney Niddle of Gilberton, failed to stop. Police used a maneuver to bring the ATV to a stop, but Niddle refused officers' commands and had to be tased twice before he was taken into custody. He was charged with fleeing or attempting to elude police, DUI, reckless endangerment, and numerous traffic violations. He was taken to Schuylkill County Prison for lack of $15,000 straight cash bail. 3 Wilkes-Barre men were charged for allegedly stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of comic books. An investigation revealed that 45-year-old Daniel Zamber, 54-year-old Alan Randall, and 49-year-old John Rosengrant allegedly stole nearly 50,000 comic books from a storage unit on Susquehanna Boulevard back in 2016. The unit was rented by Golden Unicorn Comics out of McAdoo, and the trio allegedly sold a majority of the comic books with a total estimated value of $225,000. The men were all charged on June 9th with criminal trespass, theft, and receiving stolen property. All 3 were released on $50,000 unsecured bail each. Laurel Run got some new signage courtesy of PennDOT. PennDOT installed new signage on Pine Run Road, approaching Laurel Run Road in the borough. After a fatal accident back in January, the signage was requested by the borough and installed by May to warn truck drivers of the road's restricted access to vehicles under 10.5 tons. Visit penndot.gov/D4 results for more on PennDOT's latest completed projects. The 70% vaccination goal set for the state of Pennsylvania won't likely be met come June 28th. According to the CDC, nearly 60% of Pennsylvanians 18 plus are fully vaccinated, while nearly 75% have received at least their first dose as of Sunday morning. So, with less than a week until the mask mandate is lifted, it seems that reaching the 70% goal is out of the question. Originally, the mandate was set to end only when that goal was met, until it was given the finite date of June 28th. Despite not reaching the goal, Pennsylvanians can still be proud that the Keystone State is ranked 5th out of 50 for total doses administered. The mask mandate is one of the last remaining mitigation efforts in place. Businesses can still, however, require you to wear one despite your vaccination status. The Hazleton Area School District announced 2 different summer tutoring programs. K through 6th grade students can participate in a half-day tutoring camping experience, where they'll receive grade-level academic tutoring and participate in outdoor activities. The program will be held at Fairwood Music Camp in Drums, and students can receive transportation to and from their home schools. In addition, students in grades K through 12 can participate in a 3-day-a-week, month-long academic tutoring experience. Students enrolled can sign up for AM, PM, or both sessions. Visit hasdk12.org to register and find out more information. Coming up on Wyln News, calling all vendors, plus thanking area businesses for their help with Little League Baseball at Whispering Willows. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kits. We'll be right back.
My name is Charlie. I am 8, and the forecast for tomorrow is sunny.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
At 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
Hi everybody. We want you to watch Let's Talk Chiropractic this week. Dr. Alex is all ready to do laser therapy, which changed her thumb rather than getting surgery. He's going to do plantar fasciitis on her painful feet. So stay tuned and watch how incredible our machines are.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Greater Hazleton Mazda. It's the season of discovery, and we have inventory. 2021 Mazda CX-30s, got them. 2021 Mazda CX-5s, got them too. 2021 Mazda CX-9, got them. 2021 Mazda CX-30 for 0.9% for 63 months. 2021 Mazda CX-5, 0.9% financing for 63 months. Blaze Alexander Mazda Greater Hazleton has inventory. Check them out at blazemazdahazleton.com.
the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce is seeking vendor applications for the 2021 season of the Downtown Hazleton Farmers Market. The opening market will take place on Friday, July 9th, and run each Friday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. through August 27th. This year's market, sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, will be held at the new Can-Do Community Park on the corner of Broad and Laurel Streets. All interested vendors will need to file a free application with the Chamber and must obtain a farmers market business license from the city. You can call Krista Schneider at 570-455-1509 extension 109 with any questions you may have regarding this year's market. WYLN's all-time Otzi hero Marty Burns has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. Josh Esposito is on this week representing the Valley West Little League, so let's talk sports. Here's part 2.
What happened? What was your thoughts when you initially got the call from your president saying, "Hey, I'd like you to head the committee for our state Little League tournament"?
Again, it was an honor for me personally, and I have a close relationship with Daniel, and I think he knew that I'd pick some board members and other volunteers in the league that would be beneficial to this board, and everybody has stepped up from day one. So,
and I know last year we talked so much on this show week after week about the pandemic and the effect it had on not only sports but on different businesses around different areas in our viewing area. And I'm sure businesses in your area has got to be excited for that week of July 24th, because not only will people spend money at your concession stand, but odds are they're going to spend money around those businesses that surround Whispering Willows.
Yeah, and we have been overwhelmed with the amount of support from those businesses. We were hoping maybe to get a handful of local businesses that would be willing to contribute and get involved, but 13, 14 businesses right from the get-go, and we're well over 30 today.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
Nice. And I'm sure they may not be seeing it now because I guess a lot of people will wait and see if their team makes it to the States. But even those hotels on top of 93, I would think they may get some late business because maybe some families will say, you know what, I don't want to constantly make that trip to Cunningham. Why don't we make it a week vacation and we'll stay in the area.
Yeah, and we blocked off some rooms, some at that hotel, and then some down in Drums as well.
Oh, okay.
So, not too far, 5-6 miles, no matter where they're staying. Lots of places for them to stay.
Coming up on Rush Township's News Choice, we're traveling for summer vacation on this Trooper Talk Tuesday. Plus, leading the way into part 2, Kathy Bestwick. Stay with us.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Drama in Motion Performance Works presents Fiddler on the Roof at the Performance Works Factory Theater, 15 School Street in Nuremberg. Check out this fantastic production by getting your tickets online at dmpwshows.org. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
From the bottom of our hearts, the WYLN TV 35 family would like to say thank you to all essential workers for your service to our community and for keeping us safe.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the Stars of Tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
Hello folks, and welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday here on WYLN. We are joined as always by State Trooper Anthony Petrosky. Welcome.
Good to be here.
Folks, it's summertime, which means vacation travel. And we're going to be highlighting today just a lot of the different travel tips that you need to know when you're out on the road, whether you're coming into Pennsylvania or whether you're leaving. There's a lot of things to cover, so we're just going to give you the general basics of things to keep in mind when you're out there on the road, especially on the interstates, the highways, anything else. So why don't we start off, let's just talk about the basics of travel.
Right. Number one, plan ahead. Know your route, know if there's going to be construction on your route, give yourself plenty of time. Summer season means people are going to be traveling a lot, and there is going to be lots of construction going on. So plan ahead, know that if you're going to be approaching a construction area. Most importantly, eyes on the road at all time, right? You have that phone out, whether you're using it for a GPS. Can't be texting and driving or reading a text in Pennsylvania because that's illegal. But you know what? If you have to get your bearing together, do the responsible thing. Pull over to the side of the road, make that text message, read that text, get your bearings together with your GPS, and then pull back out on the road when it's safe to do so. That's called being a responsible driver. Also, obey the speed limit. We're going to be out there. It's not a secret. We're going to be out there. There's tons of people traveling in the summer. Tons of people. We're going to be out there. We're going to be making traffic stops for violations, speeding violations. We want the roads to be safe, just like you do. We want them to be safe also. Another thing, when you see an emergency responder on the side of the road, whether it be state police, an ambulance, a tow truck, move over. The new law says that if you can't move over to an adjacent lane, you have to slow down 20 miles per hour under the posted speed limit and move over within your lane. Okay? If not, you can get pulled over for that. A lot of money. It's a big citation. Don't do it. We want to be safe out there. We want you to be safe. Move over and continue on your way.
And so for people who are doing, I even have a trip coming up where it's going to be probably a 12-hour drive. Mm-hmm. So for people going on those long drives, the availability, what they need to do, just making sure they're taking care of themselves as a driver.
Yeah. So, make sure you're well rested. Rotate drivers every so often to get fresh people behind the steering wheel. Always have some sort of emergency kit in your vehicle. Make sure before you leave for your trip that your spare tire has air in it. I've seen that a lot of times out on the road firsthand where we've changed the tire, lowered the vehicle down, and the tire's flat. Make sure that has air in it, the spare tire, in case you need it. Also, make sure you have an emergency bag in case you get stuck in traffic for a while. That might have a cell phone charger, medication if you need it and you're okay to drive under the medication. A couple bottles of water, maybe some food, just in case you're stuck in traffic for a while. It can happen. And again, rotate drivers out. You could get tired. If you get tired, pull over in a safe location. Use a rest area, pull over into a parking lot, and then get back on the road when you feel safe to do so.
And being out in that hot sun, especially you were talking about traffic, road rage kind of comes up a lot of times. People get pretty frustrated with traffic.
Sure.
What are some things to keep in mind in those situations, just as a driver and being friendly with your neighbor on the road?
Yeah, don't get involved in any road rage situations. You're not going to solve anything. You're not going to solve anything. So if somebody passes you, let them pass you. If there's something unsafe being done on the highway, call 911. Give a location. We'll come out. We'll handle it. That's why we respond on the highways. Okay, let us handle it, not you. Also, if you have to pull over and you need help, look to see where you're at. Call 911. Look at the mile marker. Tell our dispatchers where you're at. We'll come out and we'll help you any way we can.
All right, folks. Have fun this summer. Go out, go on vacation, but make sure you're safe on the roads. Troopers will be out there, and they'll be making sure that you're staying safe. So, thank you for talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, folks, for joining us here on Trooper Talk Tuesday on WYLN.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your partner in ER care.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Kathy Bestwick is leading the way into part 2 of this week's series. And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with co-president of the Hazleton Art League, Kathy Bestwick. Now, Kathy, what was that moment? When did you know that you were going to end up walking down the path you were, and what led you to pursue all of these artsy interests?
Well, it's a funny story. I was 11 years old, and my mother sent me to my room for misbehaving. I don't remember what I did to be sent to my room. I was looking through my Girl Scout magazine, and there was an advertisement, "Can you draw this?" So out of boredom, I started drawing it, and I did such a good job. I totally surprised myself. I forgot I was punished. I ran down the steps like, "Mom, look what I did!" And then I just started drawing like crazy. So there really was a moment, and that was the start of my interest in becoming an artist. And so I studied art in high school and college, worked as an art teacher first in my hometown school district. And so I did that for about 7 years, and I went back to school, got a degree in textile design, and worked in New York City as a textile designer, doing men's suiting fabrics, and then moved moved back to Pennsylvania, to Phoenixville, and raised a family there. Was a stay-at-home mom for a little bit. Worked at the textile college where I had graduated from, and then started a nonprofit art center in Phoenixville.
Sounds like a big jump, but honestly, I mean, that moment from 11 years old to where you ended up today, what was the moment where you were going to take what you did in Phoenixville and bring it to the Hazleton area?
Well, the art center that I started there was similar to what Hazleton was looking to start here in the new building that we're in on 31 West Broad Street. And because I was coming up here on the weekends periodically, I met people at the Art League, and then I was invited to come and speak to DHAP when they were planning, in the beginning stages of planning this. And then they came down to Phoenixville to see the art center where I worked, and they went to the Banana Factory in Bethlehem and the Goggle Works in Reading, and they wanted to get an idea of what all was happening in these art centers, and they decided that they loved the Phoenix Village Art Center and wanted to model it after that. And I was planning on retiring to Hazleton, so I mean it was really a great segue from working in Phoenixville and now being a big part of the Art League here.
All right, everyone, check back tomorrow night as Kathy continues leading the way into part 3 of this week's segment. Good night. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com. You can also find LVA Gen's real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.